Nifty marginally down, but if you see the trading range of 0.7%, that's nothing compared to the volatility we are used to seeing. Bank Nifty 0% for the day. We are now getting into a sector and stock specific mode. Today was the turn of defense, and last 8 to 10 days defense has given consistent returns, been in the top 5 sectors of the day. It was a sea of green. The best gains came from Zen Technologies, and I'm really happy that I chose this share about a week back. It has been going up continuously. Today it was up 7.2%, hitting a new high. The Nugget section is slightly special, at least for me. I will talk about my best returns from a pre-IPO, the business model of the company, current triggers, and will I hold or sell. This is my second investment which has gone live and I made money in it. Nifty 50 was full of reds today. 15 stocks only were up compared to 35 down. The familiar name Reliance was in the laggards along with Titan, Infosys, Airtel and TCS. In fact, the pull today came maximum from TCS. The percentage fall was not much. However, the market cap of these stocks is so high that their pull can be really big. And especially because the stocks that were taking Nifty up today, Dr. Reddy, Bajaj Finance, Power Grid, IndusInd and Axis Bank, their market cap is not as high compared to the stocks which were here. TCS, Airtel, Reliance, Infosys, Titan and the usual commodity stocks making fresh highs, Ultratech and HCL Tech, they were both in the negative in closing. Next 50 was actually better than Friday. The greens got larger in quantity and Loda Builders is appearing at the top more frequently than not these days. See here, Macrotech, Samvardhan Motherson, that is back in the green. It was down on Friday. DLF, ABB, Zomato, they were all taking next 50 up. Adani Pack is back at the bottom. 3 stocks out of 5 were from Adani Pack. Chola Investment and Jindal Steel, they were the other stocks taking next 50 down. Very clearly, it was a day of the bears. The biggest cut today came from software. A lot of profit booking is possible and due in this sector. And oil and gas has not made any money for anyone, yet it is down more. Today, real estate was the sector which was making most money for the investors. Defense has moved down a bit today. At the top, we have investment banking, real estate, healthcare, hotels, and textiles. And if you thought that investment banking is getting saturated, it is actually getting upgrades. Today, Motilal Oswal's tweet which came after market close, they are saying Nuvama has target price of 8,800 with an upside of 28%. One coincidence was that I actually bought Nuvama early in the day looking at the volume patterns. So in some ways, the investment rationale got justified while I was thinking of trading only in Nuvama. Now I might actually hold it for slightly longer. Charts for the day, Nifty was all red. Next 50 made a new high, however, so did HCL Tech. However, HCL Tech after that closed in the red. Graphs of Nifty and Nifty IT were downward for whole day. Bank Nifty, the larger players did not do anything. The smaller players were slightly up. And the balance was so good that Bank Nifty 0% gains for the day. Low volumes for the entire index, that is Bank Nifty. Private sector banks today were all over the place. The middle tier was green, but the banks here, HDFC Bank, that was down. The bottom tier was down. Most of the banks 50 to 75% volumes. Public sector banks were lot better. Besides SBI, everything was up. But the volumes are even more dismal here. See here, 25 to 50% volumes for most stocks. Investment pack, Angel One was down 5%. HDFC AMC actually has not done much of late. Even Motilal Oswal, see the range for HDFC AMC? Very narrow range since July. Motilal Oswal also has been range bound, but the range keeps on shifting. Right now, this range is applicable since about October. And while the sector was green, there were no rockets today. In general, it was a kind of low volume day only. Even Angel One, there was a significant sell-off in the early morning. After that, the stock did not recover. There is one winner that emerges every day in the NBFC pack. Today it was Sundaram Finance. This entire pack of Chola Finance, Shriram Finance, Sundaram Finance, they have been doing pretty well. In fact, Piramal Enterprises also is at 52-week high. And everyone feels that Bajaj Finance is not doing much. It is not far off from 52-week high, just 9%. With these trickles of gains, it will suddenly hit a new high someday, and that is when everyone will realize that this stock is back. Swiggy is in no mood to stop. They want to go to the heights of its peer Zomato, up 12%. Six stocks hit a new high in the IT pack today also. But after that, there was a correction. Most of the IT packs actually closed in the red for the day. C1HCL created a new high very first thing in the day, then cooled down. The only exception, of course, was Swiggy, created new highs whole day. IT also today, the volumes were low. Just Swiggy was a rocket. Metal pack continues to sulk. Vedanta hit a new high. It has declared the dividend for this quarter. But the high was created first thing in the day. After that, this stock also cooled down. And it is comical that Vedanta is in the green hitting new highs and Hindustan Zinc is in the red. Oil and gas pack may see some action, especially GAIL and Petronet LNG, because there is a deal signed between GAIL and Qatar for a 5-year gas supply. The announcement came after stock markets closed. Both of these stocks may trade with high volumes and volatility tomorrow. Overall, the pack was sad only. Just Oil India, that was up 1.5%. Most stocks have had more red days this month. Just HPCL is an exception. Power sector was also mostly down on low volumes. Just the pack of Siemens, ABB, BHEL and Cummins, that was up. Today, Vari cooled down, but it was the day of Premier, up 6%, hitting a new high. Vari also opened at the highest point of the day, but then cooled down along with the market sentiment. Premier was going in the other direction completely. Mrs. Bector has been cooling down every day since last 2 weeks. Overall, the sector saw very less action today. Only associated alcohol that was up. It a new high very first thing in the day, and I sold associated alcohol holdings today. Non-edible was very stock specific. Titan fell, so did HUL. But the trio of Page Industries, Gillette and Kalyan Jewelers, which has been the best performer for last 1 or 2 months, that was up. Page Industries a fresh high. I have significant investments in this particular sector: HUL, Titan, Asian Paints, Trent, DMart. Think I have Pidilite as well, a bit of 3M, Page Industries, Gillette. There was a bit of recovery in the railway stocks today. Tata Group was mostly red. Just India Hotel Company, which has to hit a new high every day, that was up. And Nelco also hit a high but closed in the red. Adani Group is back to red. Nearly all stocks except Ambuja. However, look at the volumes. 25, 50. On Friday, Nasdaq hit a fresh high. Next 50 today hit a fresh high. And the big news from the crypto world, Bitcoin, that hit $106,000. Right now also it is hovering around $104,000 per Bitcoin. Not a pretty picture at all. Both FIs and DIs sold. Monthly figures are green. But Nifty was down, Bank Nifty did not go anywhere. Nifty IT 0.75%, that's a big index. Nifty Energy, when RIL is down, this cannot be up. Gold and silver are hovering around their familiar territory, 77,000 and 91,000. Bad news continues. Switzerland removed the preferred tag from India from its partner list. That's because the ruckus going on with the dividend tax with Nestle. This is unwanted trouble. The amount in question is not that high, but you don't want to spoil relations with Europe, especially Switzerland. This is the news I was talking about. Qatar has agreed to supply LNG to GAIL. Mostly this will come via Petronet LNG only. Also, one more bad news. India's goods trade, that's a trade deficit. The gap has widened to $38 billion from $28 billion. Month on month. This is not year on year. Why? Gold we are importing more. And finished crude that we are exporting, that is less because the crude prices have fallen a lot. My trades for the day, I booked profits in associated alcohol. I bought this about 10 days back. 6% gains are fine. Today I bought Bharat Dynamics. This is not an investment grade defense stock in my list. I just bought it for trading reasons. I'll probably sell off in a day or two. The charts were looking good. And I'm trying to see if I can make money out of silver arbitrage, the international price movement and the local ETF price movement. So I bought a unit of Nippon Silver. I also bought Nuvama Wealth. Time for the nugget. The stock I was talking about is called Ixigo. If you have not heard too much about Ixigo, think of it as Make My Trip. This is around 6,000 crore. Make My Trip is somewhere around 13 or 14,000 crores. Ixigo's businesses involve flights, hotels, just like Make My Trip, but they also do trains. They have a business called Confirm Ticket that is used to book IRCTC tickets. And they run buses also. There's a bus chain called Abibus. They acquired it some time back, and recently they have tied up with a European provider also. Those tickets are now sold via Ixigo platform in India. Remember a few days back I told about the optimism in the travel industry that 2025 will be a bumper year for travel and leisure. That is why perhaps hotels are already running up a lot. Those hotels will be booked by something like Ixigo or Make My Trip, Easy Trip. Easy Trip and Ixigo are approximately same in market cap. Now shareholding pattern wise, the majority stakes are with FII. It is a good news in my opinion. Most of them are VCs that put initial stake in the company. They are still there. They have not sold during IPO much. In fact, quarter on quarter, if you see, the FI stake has gone up. DIs have sold. The founder are a lot less in size. Both of them approximately 10% each. So from my perspective, happy shareholder pattern. Now the EPS after listing has been going up. In fact, last quarter the EPS went up significantly. As a result, the PE has been coming down. 90 may still sound high, but again this is forward PE for a growing company which just got listed. As long as EPS is going up and PE is coming down, I am fine with this pattern. The numbers, these are including the quarters before listing also. 137, 157, 164, 171, a slight dip here, 182, 206. This pattern is looking good. OPM steady around 9 to 8%. This is fine for this industry. Now one thing to note, December 23 sales were higher. September was 164. It is December is a good quarter for this company. March there was a dip. June again up. September again up. See here, March to June up. June to September up. September to December up. Here also December would have been a low number only. I bought this stock about 1.5 years back. 1 year of holding as pre-IPO. My purchase price was somewhere around 100 on an average. Bought in 3 tranches. Right now the stock is in 155 kind of price range with a IPO high around 190-ish. Right now, the maximum wealth for me in equity is in this particular stock for the simple reason that the other stocks I invested more, but they have fallen so much that the losses have eroded the value. And I don't count the invested value, I count the current value. So this stock, I was in lock-in for 6 months ever since it listed. I just got them credited over the weekend, and today I for the first time saw this stock in my live portfolio. I have a choice whether to come out and book the profits which are good or continue invested. My decision for now is to continue invested for some time, at least see the December quarter for the reason I just explained. So the results should be good. They are, in my opinion, not priced in. This should go up further. In the country right now, most flights are running full. There is a duopoly. Basically 2 players only, Air India and Indigo. They are minting money right now, but the prices have gone up. Not everyone is able to afford flight tickets. If you have to go, you have to go. You have to pay more. The trains also are going through a revolutionary change in India, but the new trains are slightly better and more luxurious trains. The capacity is lot lower. You will not see 100 people in a bogie any longer now in the newer trains. As a result, one thing which is happening is the overall capacity of Indian Railways is going to remain same or go down maybe per train capacity I'm talking about. And it is not easy to overnight double triple that train capacity. You can build the trains, but you have to build tracks also. That will take some time and capex. The third option is highways. This is obviously going through a revolution as well. A lot of highways are being doubled, tripled, new highways being created, elevated roads. So speed of travel is going up considerably. The big cities, the tier 2 cities are getting connected to each other rapidly. This is what I am banking on. Bus travel will boom. And Ixigo also has said that bus travel is a lucrative option for them. Their capex will probably be high in this. This is easy to scale. Just buy or lease the high quality buses, Mercedes, Benz and so on. There are enough people willing to travel by a bus overnight, say Bangalore to Hyderabad or Delhi to Amritsar. 1500, 2000, 2500 ticket, cheaper than flight. You can sleep your way. So based upon these factors, I think this stock will grow further. If it goes to 190, 200 kind of levels around the quarterly results, I will probably sell 50% of the quantity. Or if I see that the economy in general tanking and the stock market about to crash, I might sell everything in general. Hope this information is useful. Thanks for watching and I will see you tomorrow.